Hello and welcome to Wimple Squirrel's YouTube channel. Today I want to do a deck profile on one of my favorite decks out of the team up format. It's Fossil Lock. It uses Kabutops' Fossilized Memories and Omastar's Fossil Bind to create a supporter and item lock that your opponent hopefully can't get out of. So let's not wait around any longer, let's just switch on over to PTCGO and look at the card counts. Alright, so starting off we've got two Kabutops with that Fossilized Memories ability. As long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, your opponent can't play any supporter cards from their hand. Pretty busted. We've got Fossil Bind on Omastar. As long as you have fewer Pokemon in play than your opponent, they can't play any item cards from their hand. These are both stage 2s, so you'll have to get them out with Rare Candy, which we play 4 of, and the Unidentified Fossil, which we also play 4 of. The only basic in the deck is Jirachi, who has this Stellar Wish ability. I'm sure you've seen it. If you look at if he's your active Pokemon, you may look at the top 5 cards of your deck, reveal a trainer card, put it into your hand, put the other cards back. He's now asleep. So this will allow you to pull out all these disruption cards, really lock your opponent out of the game. Here we have 4 Counter Catcher, locks them in the active after they've taken a prize. You can only play it if you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent. We have 1 Fossil Excavation Map to either search your deck for a fossil card or put 1 from your discard into your hand. 2 Max Potions to heal off a couple damage counters here and there. The idea of the deck is to not take damage at all, so generally irrelevant, but in these situations. 3 Nest Ball. These will only allow you to get out the Jirachis. You unfortunately can't search the unidentified fossil with them. We have 1 Lavender Town. Either player may have their opponent reveal their hand during their turn. It's alright, I'm not sure about that one, might cut it. We've got 2 Mount Monokila. The retreat cost of each basic Pokemon in play is 1 colorless more. This allows you to lock something in the active using Counter Catcher and Kabutops' ability. Adding a retreat cost there is very helpful. Wondrous Labyrinth makes non-fairy Pokemon their attacks cost 1 colorless more. Also very useful, stop your opponent from attacking. We've got 3 Lucamine, the banned card. We've got 4 Stevens to set up. There's no Ultra Ball, so Stevens is your only method of getting the Kabutops and Omastar, really, to grab all these pieces. Set up just a lock that your opponent can't get out of. 4 Skateboard, obviously, allows you to switch between your Jirachis, although you have to be a little careful not to play down your Mount Monokila, as that'll stop you from retreating, since there's no energy cards in this deck. There is 3 Plumerias, 3 Gladian, 1 Faba, a couple Guzmas, and obviously some hammer cards. So that's the deck. Let's switch over to some games that I recorded with this. Starting off this first game versus Mearsalt. Let's see what he's got. Waiting for my opponent to load the game. Alright, now we're going to flip for it. Call Tails, as always, never fails. And Tails doesn't fail me here, so I'm going to go first. Start off with a mulligan. This is pretty common since the deck only has 4 basics, but unfortunately every time you mulligan you are showing your opponent cards, so I'm going to show him a Kabutops with this hand as well as Lucamine, so I'm sure he knows he's in for some stall. Looks like I mulliganed 3 times. Also showed him Lavender Town, Counter Catcher, Stevens Resolve, so there's no doubt in his mind what kind of deck this is, I imagine. We're going to start off with the Jirachi, which is nice because it's guaranteed in this deck. And the hand is not that great. Stellar Wish, straight off the bat, see what we get. Yikes. No Stevens turn 1 is very unfortunate. Debating between a Nest Ball and Gladian here, I think. I think Gladian's the right call. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take that. I can bench the other fossil here, so I won't get donked no matter what. And my opponent has a Murkrow and an Oranguru out. The Murkrow indicates that he's playing a spread deck, and the Oranguru is a nice hefty retreat cost Pokemon, so we're going to be looking to lock that in the active later. In my prizes, there is a Guzma, a Skullgrunt, Plumeria. I'm going to end up grabbing the Lucamine just to have the Lucamine loop in my hand, and we're going to bench the fossil and pass it to my opponent. Looking at that Murkrow, it has that Whirlwind attack. I doubt that's useful. I highly doubt that he plays basic Darkness Energy, so I don't think we're going to be seeing that one. Would be a little annoying if he did though. I'd have to switch into my Fossil, and Fossils can't retreat, so I would have to discard it. He's going to play an Acro Bike, bench Coco. Yep, definitely a spread deck. Spread deck, not too scary. I'm more worried about things that can Oko the Kabutops, or things that prevent something from being locked in the active, like Zeraora. Here you're seeing a Nest Ball, maybe another Coco. Not sure what we're going to grab here. Looks like a Weavile. Okay, so he plays Weavile in this deck as well. Attaches the counter energy to that Murkrow. Benches Mr. Mime with Scoop Up block ability. I'm not planning to scoop my Pokemon up, so that's okay. Top deck Stevens is very nice, so we can really start getting the ball rolling here. Stellar Wish, another Stevens. I'll nab the Fossil though. Bench another Fossil, and just hit that Stevens right away. Alright, so I think we're going to go for the item lock first. So I'll set up that Omastar since he's already benched 4 Pokemon. I'm never going to bench 4 Pokemon, so he will always be item locked. We'll grab Rare Candy, Omastar, and Hand Stammer here. So this turn he's likely going to retreat into the Tapu Koko and attach a double colorless, go for the Flying Flip. So I'll be able to Enhance Stammer that DC away and item lock him. I didn't grab a second Stevens, but I'm hoping to grab one off of this Stellar Wish next turn, or potentially, worst case scenario, I can just loosen for one target, the Stevens, and then for that next turn. He's only doing spread damage, so he's not really putting a lot of pressure on me. Benches the Baby Buzzwole here. Not too scared of that. I'm never going to activate the Sledgehammer, so he's going to be doing 30 damage. Retreats and Flying Flip, as predicted. Alright, top deck Lavender Town, not that great. Just going to go ahead and Rare Candy into the Omastar. Enhance Hammer that DC away. Oh yeah, that's true. Should always Stellar Wish first, just to make sure. Not too many great cards here. I'm trying to decide between Max Potion and Rare Candy here. I think Max Potion is the better card, because I can heal after this spread again next turn, assuming he doesn't play any hand disruption. Enhance Hammer that away, and then looks like we're going to Lusamine for the single target. Grabbing back that Stevens Resolve, and now we have that to play for next turn. Pass it on over to my opponent. See what he has. Oh, good. Jirachi woke up. Very relevant there. Looks like he's got another DC in hand, and Lilies for 2. And just another Flying Flip. Alright. So we can either discard the Unidentified Fossil from play, or we can just Max Potion it. Check the Stellar Wish first. None of these cards are particularly worthwhile for me right now. I think I might just grab the Nest Ball, just to thin it out. Then if I want to, I can bench another Jirachi later. I think I might only need one Jirachi this game though. Alright, so we're going to go Max Potion that Fossil and get rid of his energy off his Tapu Koko. We've already discarded 2 DCEs, and his counter energy will never be live. So he's got 2 energy essentially, unless he plays Rainbow. He attaches a unit energy to his Weavile, so he may play the Weavile that spreads. That seems more likely. Evolves into the Honchkrow. Of course, it's the Honchkrow that does more damage based on the amount of damage on your opponent's field. It makes sense in a spread deck. He's going to retreat and actually ambush my poor little Jirachi there for 30 damage. Good thing he flipped heads. I'm going to promote my fossil. Well, he has taken a knockout, so counter capture is live. So let's go ahead and grab up his Oranguru. He's going to have trouble retreating this. So we're just going to Stevens and complete the lock here. Grab Kabutops, Rare Candy, and maybe another Stevens? Seems good to just grab more cards next turn. Yeah, that seems good. We do have a Plumeria in hand, so we have an energy disruption card. I would like a little more though, but that's what we got the Stevens for, right? He's gonna Gladium. Maybe he's got an energy priced. We'll see. Evolved into Weavile, and it's the roll of evil Weavile, so he can spread 60 to my Omastar. Not too scared of that. I'm going to go ahead and Rare Candy my Kabutops, and then not too much else to do this turn. Looks like Stevens, and I'm just going to go ahead and speed this game up because the lock is complete. There's basically nothing my opponent can do at this point. He can attach and retreat into Weavile, but we have counter catcher to just grab up his Oranguru again. I'm going to fob his energy off and pass. He's going to pass right back. He doesn't have anything, clearly. Let's toss that Gladian, grab that Skullgrunt out of the prizes. Now we have that for next turn. He's going to touch another energy. So, let's go for a bit of a power play here. Not Lanakila, Enhanced Hammer, Skullgrunt. Look at his hand, nothing really good. Got the third DCE. Over to my opponent's turn. He's going to bump my Stadium for the Shrine. And I'm just going to grab, I think the Faba is a better target here, yeah. Back onto his turn. Looks like he only plays special energy, so the Faba is going to be very useful here. Back to my turn, top deck Skullgrunt. Just Lucamine for more energy disruption cards. Don't need the Stadium back, and we'll take the easy win. On to the next game. I believe this one is versus Zoroark and Lycanroc. Oh, very good deck. Let's see if we can take him down. Alright, he calls the coin flip, but we still win. And we've got a mulligan as per usual, but so does he. Would you look at that, we started a Jirachi. He's playing Zoroark with Weavile, and he's playing Judge, which is pretty scary. If he can disrupt our Stevens and take knockouts, that's gonna hurt a lot. We show him Stevens Resolve and a couple Plumerias. He basically knows we're playing a stall deck, but let's see if there's anything he can do about it. So on this first turn, we want to get some fossils down, start evolving our Pokemon. Let's check the Stellar Wish, and we've got a Stevens turn 1. Very nice. We could go ahead and play the Lanakila down. He has the resource management in the active, but it's honestly not that threatening because in this matchup we are hoping to lock up his Muck if he plays that down. So he can recycle cards, but as long as we get the Muck locked in the active at any point in the game, we just win. So resource management really doesn't matter. A lot of people tech this card in to beat stall, but it doesn't always beat stall. That's the thing. Depends on what kind of stall deck you're facing, I guess. Alright, so he's got the unit energies as well. So he's going to potentially resource management this turn. Ultra Ball is discarding Pecom and Acerola, likely for a Lele for some setup supporter, Lily or Elm, depending on what engine he's playing. Benches the Lele. Alright, he grabs the Elm's Lecture. Excellent. He's gonna bench a couple Pokemon here. Zorua, Rockruff, Ditto. Sounds good. Ditto can evolve into anything, and we're hoping it evolves into Muck. We'll be tempted to evolve into Muck to shut off our Jirachis, but it's a trap, because we want him to evolve into Muck, so we can grab him up. And Muck's 4 retreat cost is going to make him very hard to retreat. Using our resource management, likely the Ultra Ball Communication and the Ace Roll. Yep, those go to the bottom of his deck as we top deck Kabutops. So let's go for a Stellar Wish. Not sure what to grab here. Another Fossil seems pretty good. We do have another Stevens in hand, so we have plenty of setup going our way. Let's bench that other Jirachi. Throw down the Fossils. He's got 4 Pokemon down, so confident the item lock can stick if we decide to go for that. Though against Zoroark, often a lone Kabutops is the way to go to beat them. Just gonna go ahead and Stevens to grab other cards to set up. We already have the Kabutops in hand, so no need to grab that. Let's grab Rare Candy. Mary seems good. Potentially another Stevens. Lusamine to complete the Lusamine loop also seems pretty good. We have 2 Stevens in the discard. So next turn, if he's not putting any pressure on, we could just Lusamine for 2 Stevens. Something similar. However, if he just sits in the active with resource management and doesn't bench the Muck, we might be in a little bit of trouble. Here he attaches a second energy and goes for the Kukui, so he's going to use Profound Knowledge to knock out my Jirachi here. Very spicy move. So I'm still scared of that Lycanroc's Bloodthirsty Eyes. I kind of need to clear this Jirachi off my board so that he doesn't have a target to Bloodthirsty Eyes and then play supporter cards. So I'm just going to drop that Jirachi in the active. Trying to get it KO'd. Maybe he'll play another Kukui. We'll see. I'll start up my turn. I don't think I want to evolve yet, but Enhanced Hammer is pretty tempting. He's got 3 energy in this guy, so we could potentially Enhanced Hammer off the DCE, play down the Wondrous Labyrinth, and then also counter catch something up. Obviously we should check Stellar Wish first. Snag another Stevens, no need to Lusamine for it. Deck is so busted. Alright. Let's see what we end up going with here. Enhanced Hammer. Just drop it. Oh my god, drop it. There it is. Knock that DCE off. Play the Skull Grunt. Snag the energy out of his hand. He's holding on to Guzma, Judge, and Cynthia. Play down the Wondrous Labyrinth. And counter catch up to Lele. So now he won't be able to pull off a resource management next turn. Let's evolve into that Kabutops just so that it doesn't get judged out of our hand, as we saw he was holding that. Now, obviously I could have retreated into the Kabutops, but I'm trying to tempt him into knocking out this Jirachi, as I need it off my board to create a perfect lock where he can't Bloodthirsty Eyes something and get out of the supporter lock. He's going to Guzma up the Fossil and potentially attach energy resource management if he top deck that. He did not top deck the energy though. So looks like we can potentially discard the Fossil here and Stellar Wish one more time, and then decide what to do after that. Touching the skateboard seems free. Got another counter catcher, that's going to be very useful. Still trying to decide how we're going to end this turn. Looks like we should definitely counter catch up to Lele. But it also does take a target off of my Stevens, so that's a little tricky. Plumeria seems pretty good here as well. Just discard the energy off of his monkey there, require more cards from him this next turn. He's still holding on to Judge and Cynthia, so Stevens might not have been the wisest decision there, as he could just judge us out of that hand. He's gonna evolve into Lycanroc. See, doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to me, as his only target would be the Kabutops, which would item lock it, or supporter lock it. Chooses not to use the ability, makes sense. I'm not sure why he evolved then. But anyways. Let's see where else his turn takes him. Perhaps he'll get a Zoroark finally. Discards Lily and Rockruff with Ultra Ball. And grabs the Mach. There it is. There's that beautiful, beautiful boy. We want him in the active ASAP. And he still needs a double colorless energy if he wants to use resource management this turn. Looks like he doesn't get it. And we've got that Mach counter catch immediately. Should have Stellar Wished first technically. Oh yeah, I forgot. Can't. Because of the Mach lock, obviously. Doesn't matter. I'm just going to speed it up from here, since we've also got this lock complete. He no longer has a target to, or a Rockruff that can evolve. He's got the Nano, which would be potentially a threatening card if he wasn't supporter locked. He's going to trade, grab him some new cards, but he's under supporter lock, so he has to be a little careful with this, since he can't use Cynthia to shuffle these cards back in. Pokemon communication doesn't should reveal it, but it doesn't. He grabs a Zero though. Just Lucamine for Lucamine and Stevens. Build those up back in the hand, so we can just grab all the resources we need. He trades an Acerol, that's not going to be useful for him. Snags another Zoroark, so we can trade again if he wants to, but again, every time he trades, he's taking down the cards in his deck, since he can't add more with Cynthia or other supporters like that. Attaches a DC to a Rangaroo. I top deck the Fable, which is very nice, and I remove that DC immediately. Waiting on my opponent to decide what to do here. They trade. Trade a Cynthia. These supporter cards aren't useful for them anymore, so they're just trade fodder now. Trades an Ultra Ball. Field Blower, a Skateboard. Guarantee you tried to Field Blower the Wondrous Labyrinth and it didn't work, but you know, at the end of it. We're gonna grab that Fable back. He's gonna trade the Grimer. Finally replaces the Wondrous Labyrinth with a Devoured Field. But how's he gonna retreat that Mach though? Doesn't matter if he can't attack, because can't Guzma out of this lock, and his Mach has 4 retreat costs, so there's no way I'm allowing 2 DCE to stick to the board. This game is pretty much over. He uses Pal Pad to shuffle a couple cards back in. Don't get to see what they are, but that's okay. Trade the Judge, and passes it back to me. I'm just going to Lucamine, grab back a Skull Grunt, and prepare for when he finally draws into some energy that I can get rid of. My opponent is having trouble keeping pace of play. He has no plays, but he's still playing very slowly, not adding to the board state at all. Here he attaches a DC to the Mach. I'm just going to follow that away. Back to his turn. He attaches a unit energy. Trade. Back to my turn. Only trades once. Interesting choice. I'm going to see if the Crushing Hammer works. It doesn't. But that's fine because we've got the Plumeria back up. No, we actually don't have any energy discarding cards in hand right now, which is a little scary. But, again, Muck has 4 retreat cost, so not too worried about it. Briefly consider the Skullbrand here, but I think Lucamine's the better play. Alternatively, we could also Stevens, since we have, I believe, 2 Plumerias left in deck. Lucamine seems good. Just grab that Stevens back, or grab the Plumeria back. He trades once. Trades twice. Communicates the card back into his deck. I doubt he's grabbing anything, he's probably just adding cards to his deck. Yep. Right. Think about the options. Plumeria is probably the best, obviously. Discard some cards we don't need. Back to his turn. He's got 8 cards left in deck. Not looking too good. Again, he's making no actions and taking a long time. If this is a tournament, I would call the judge on him for sure. He's playing stall decks, you have to be careful about maintaining pace of play. Here I am pointing out the judge in his discard, because that's what I'd be doing in real life, calling a judge. I'm going to take a peek at his hand with Lavender Town. And just grab some more resources from my deck. Everything I'll need to finish this game out. Back to his turn. He is probably peeking at my hand with Lavender Town right now. But I don't really think he's going to see any weaknesses there. Replaces the Lavender Town with Devoured Field. Definitely calling a judge for this one. See how quick our turns are. Lucamine for Faba, Lucamine pass. And on his turn he's like, what will I do? I think I'll pass. There's no reason for him to take this amount of time. He's not taking any actions. Finally passes. Just gonna Lucamine real quick. Grab me another Plumeria. Back to your turn. And he finally scoops. Yep. He saw there was no out for him there. Oop, looks like we got a Lost Thunderback off of the ladder. That's pretty nice. Go ahead and crack that open. Skip on over to the collection. Lost Thunder, maybe we can get a Zerora. That'd be nice. There's the Giraffe Rig. Don't play that in our deck, but we were just playing a stall deck, so kind of funny. Got this Alolan Persian as a rare. Not that good, but it's my 4th one, so that's kind of neat. Crack some checks too over here. 25 coins is enough to buy a Triumphant pack as well, so we can probably grab that after this. Grab the Pyroar, Tropius. Not the best, not the worst. Kind of the worst. Reverse Hollow, Braxton, nothing interesting so far. One more to go. And 5 coins on this one, what it's rare. Reverse Hollow Celesteela, not bad, it's actually playable, so that's good. Let's just jump on over to the store and grab a Triumphant pack real quick. See what we get. Got an Electro. Not very good. We've got some pieces of a Bellsprout line. And we've got this Mag Mortar. That's actually pretty interesting. He's got top burner attack. Pretty good. I think that's it for me, guys. Follow me on Twitter. Comment if you have something to comment about. Like if you liked it. Sub if you want to see more. See you next time.